Good morning from high mountains, 10,000 feet up in somewhere in the United States and the top of a mountain. Not really. This is part 4 of my Shopping Without a Mask series. Now, this particular series won't be live action and like it has been in the past. This is a report from the road, so to speak. We took a family trip. I'm from Sacramento, so we drove across into Nevada, and then we went to Utah, and then we went through the top portion of Arizona over to Las Vegas. And then if you know the mountains here, the roads here, you know there's Highway 395 that goes up the back side of the Sierras, the eastern side, so you see the mountains just shooting straight up. Fantastic if you've never seen it. So then we all the way back to Sacramento. So this was something we did last week. We got back a couple days ago, and I finally had time to do this now. So what I wanted to report is the situation that is happening in the places that we saw, and it was really interesting. First of all, when we got we didn't really have much contact with anybody in Nevada. When we got to Utah, can't remember the exact name of the place, but it was so great. We didn't see a single person wearing a mask. Even inside the stores that I went to, there was not a single person, nobody wearing one in the car, nobody wearing one on the street. It was like normal, which is so refreshing. But I did ask the one person that I did shop at. I commented on the no mask to him, and he said, "Well, they do have. There's 3 stores in that town we stopped at," and he says, "Yeah, they do require it at the stores." Now I don't know whether or not you can find a way out of that, say that you have an exemption or something, whatever. I didn't test that, I didn't have any reason to. But that was really great. So we were off to a great start. But when we made it to the national park that we were going to, which was Zion National Park, and if you know that area, the south entrance, that's when everything started changing, because people from all over were there. And so we started seeing people from other countries and this, and everyone, well, no, not everyone, a whole bunch of people were wearing a mask. And we stopped at a trail to hike. And remember, this is probably 8,000 foot elevation, way up there, good, nice, fresh air. But on the trail, people were wearing masks, and it was just so ludicrous again. Nice, fresh air, and here they are endangering their health by even rebreathing their exhaust. So anyway, I would estimate that maybe 75 on that trail, maybe more, 75% of the people were wearing masks. Yeah, that's probably about right on that one. Just a short little trail, beautiful. So that was very disappointing to people not smart enough to breathe the nice fresh air. But then we went to other parts, to another section of the park the next day, and again there were people wearing masks, but not everybody. So we kept on going, and we ended up going back to California. So when we, I'll report on one other place in northern Arizona on the Interstate 15 that takes you to Las Vegas. When we got gas, there was a place that was having, just a sign on the door. But I never had to go in, so it didn't really matter. But there were people there with masks in Arizona, and everybody seemed to be wearing them. Which corresponds to something else I heard from another guy saying that it's just crazy. But when we got to California, we were in the high Sierras. Now, this is, you know, at the 9,000 foot level, you know, nice fresh high Sierra air, fantastic, healthy place to be. And again, it was so amazingly stupid. There were bike riders riding around, you know, nowhere near anybody, and they had masks on. There were people walking down the streets, not near anybody, with their masks. People from all over different countries, speaking different languages, which is how I knew that they were from other countries. And it was terrible. But we did see a lot of people who didn't have them. But there was one particular incident that was so funny. We got to an entrance, a park entrance, and we had seen the night before that the toll booth, or whatever, the little kiosk at the entrance says must wear a mask at the kiosk. Okay, so when I went there the next day to go to that place and pay the fee, oh, it was, you wouldn't believe this. They had a guy in one of those booths that you pay to, you know, and he's wearing a mask, of course, and he had this little stick that he put. They had a credit card reader because it was no cash. I had no option to pay cash, so they had this thing on a stick, and they shoved it out towards the car, so you could be inside your car, reach it, and put your credit card in there and do the transaction. And it was so funny. You see this this guy has the window almost all the way closed, but open enough to get that stick out there out the window, and this credit card reader at the tip of it. So it's just so funny. Now, when I got there, I told him that I couldn't wear a mask, and he basically refused me to do anything. So I just instantly thought of something. I had my shirt like this, and I just pulled it up like this to do it, to do the thing for 5 seconds, and that seemed to be good enough for him. So I got through and went on my way. Now, on the trail, which was a beautiful trail, it was way up there still, and it led to a nice waterfall. And there, I think I was estimating around 75% of the people were wearing masks still. And so it was very disappointing in that regard. You know, you try to get out there, enjoy nature, get away from the lunacy of the world that's going on right now. And you really couldn't get away from it unless you found a trail that was just so remote that you wouldn't see anybody. But it was a great time to get away, and it was really nice, fun family outing. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say for this report. It was a viewpoint that I came to this conclusion afterwards, is that, okay, here I was trying to take a break from the craziness in the world right now, having just fun in the outdoors, and you just can't get away from it. It's just you come back to it, and you see that the stupid game of hide from the virus is just still there. The insanity of people being so freaked out and scared about the virus is just, it's just so ludicrous that when you come back to it, and you, after being away from it, and you know, as much as you can, and you come back to it, and you just like it's in full force, like ever. It's just something that it just makes you just laugh, but at the same time makes you just so disturbed that it's even happening still. So that's it. That's the report from on the road, in through the mountains and around the western United States, and to see that what's going on. And I will return again to a regular store coming soon. I think I will go to our local Trader Joe's, which is a chain everybody probably has access to somewhere, and so that will be something they want. Okay, so that's the end of it. Bye.